And why would I have to go through this? You know what I'm saying? So I was like, God can't hate me that bad. You know, God can't hate me that bad. So who's up there? What's going on? And so anyway, so now fast forward, I was 30, guys. 30 when I first channeled, not my first spiritual something, okay? But I did a meditation to find my spirit guide. And it was like, it was amazing, right? And then I got the answer and I couldn't believe it because I was like, in a minute it's about to be so smoky in here that it's gonna mess up the video quality. By the way, I might upload this to 4K. Every time I upload it on YouTube, it's like not the quality that I have when I upload it. It's weird. So if it's not that great a quality, blame iPhone. Swear to God. Because I refuse. Yeah, but whatever. You know, this is not the iPhone battle. You know what I mean? Either way, it be clear as day. So if it's blurry, man, they just trying to make you think that I ain't pay a whole lot of money for this. You get what I'm saying? Like God, dog. Gonna try to change the settings so if they don't have your brand, it's gonna look like they got a shoddy camera. Even though if you next to me, my camera wild. You get what I'm saying? Like you look at my gallery, it's wild. Me and my wife would compare, and I'm like, quit playing. quit playing. Anyway, I ain't gonna say who team I'm on. Android. Actually, I'm gonna shut up. Actually, no, I'm not, because I'm gonna wanna get hired by who I actually believe in. Android, y'all do that thing, for real. Technologically speaking, it's Android. So anyway, on here it says, what to do when people don't believe in your gifts. I don't know why I'm up here acting like I'm thinking about it. I just must be tired because it's not even a thought. I already know the answer. I mean, who cares? Like, coming from somebody that when I figured out something that I could do, and I like, some people like don't call it a gift. I mean, I feel like it's a gift to figure out that it's a power. You get what I'm saying? A gift of knowing. To me, that's a gift because so many people don't know. And I don't know if it's that we who awaken try, or is it just our curiosity? I'm not really sure. Like, since I've left LA, I don't get to talk to many people that speak my language. You get what I'm saying? And I look for them everywhere. And I try, so I got to stop. I need to manifest, either way. They come. They always come. But it's just, in LA, they're everywhere. It was magic there. So I got to get back to LA because, the power that I'm trying not to tell y'all stuff, and it's like, but all right, I'm choking myself out. I'm choking out now. What I was saying was, in LA, there were so many people that were awakening, and it was just like, it was incredible because I had never been around so many people that even understood me on any, like, even the smallest level of awakened beings. I was like, this is where I need to be. And I ran a hostel there, and it was the best experience of my life. And I mean, like, crazy stuff happened, but the amazing thing was we'd get people in from everywhere. Because it was just like a house. You know what I mean? Like a big house, like actually a like duplex kind of house. Like the house was nice, like $1.5 million house split into two, and me and my wife run both of them. You know what I'm saying? And you'd get people from everywhere. Sorry, I had to take a pause because as I'm explaining this story, I'm trying to figure out what I want to say, like what I want to tell y'all. And it was like, you know what? Everything. Okay, so forget it. Yeah, it was like me and my wife, we ran a hostel there, and we went there living at the hostel because we were like, we're leaving Arizona. We are about to just, and I didn't know manifesting at all. It was just like when I had said I would do something, I would do it. So I had figured I'd go live in this hostel and end up running it. And It's exactly what I like. I didn't know how it would happen, but I knew that I'd go there. I figured I'd be cool with, I don't know, you just know when something's going to work out, and you know how you'd prefer it to happen. And when it happens that way, you're like, holy crap, it happened the exact, not exact same way, because the way it happened, I didn't expect. But long story short, we stayed there, somehow became the managers of the place, somehow became the owners of the business. You get what I'm saying? It touching money that I've never experienced in my life. And that's kind of the energy of LA. It If you can swim, it will take you far in that stream, man. If you can hack it, it's amazing. So anyway, there are a lot of people. It's like a LA like calls you. And if LA doesn't call you, then it doesn't call you. And the people that it calls, we're all the same in a sense. There's a it's hard to explain. You get what I'm saying? And I know that it's a calling because everybody you meet there is somewhat just like you. And there's extremes. You get what I'm saying? There's extremes, but it's hard to explain, but it has a feel, and you either fit in or you don't, in a sense. You're either going to like it or you won't. But no matter who you are, it should feel good. And that goes to me trying to explain every location that I've been in had a different energy. And this is, I'm jumping y'all to speed on where I'm at in understanding this earth. I've lived in a lot of places around the United States. I've been to a lot of places. Now it's time for me to go overseas, like Europe, over there now, because the Caribbeans, I got a good feel. And every place felt different energetically, and like if you've been to Hawaii feels like heaven. My mom lived there, so when I went to visit, it's magic. You get what I'm saying? And Georgia feels different from Hawaii. You get what I'm saying? Georgia feels different from Hawaii. But you got to understand the history of Georgia, so it's going to hold the energy of what's all gone down in Georgia. What all happened in Georgia is not all what happened in Hawaii, at least not to the gravity of it. You get what I'm saying? So they have different energies. Ohio has a different energy from New York. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know how the grid works under us energetically. I just know that it feels different. So that's just a little something that I learned on in my life. It's just an experiment. For my human, I am literally just living to see what happens. I don't have many attachments to things that will put me on a lower vibration if I am to be without it. Now, don't let me sound arrogant, because it's not like I'm not tested, but it's not like I go through emotion. It's not like I don't go through emotions and sometimes experience them just like anybody else. But I'm saying majority of the time I handle it greatly, which that is karma. So the more you do great, the greater it gets. Put it that way. It don't matter if when you encounter something, you handle it marginally better, like a small margin better than you did before. Dude, that is such a win. It is such a win. And so if you keep that kind of mindset, no matter what you go through, no matter what happens, you're ascending. So I've ascended a lot. And so when you ascend, like, you are at a base homeostasis, right? Homeostasis meaning like energetically, okay? Meaning you are normally between frequencies. I'm just about to make them up. I don't know the frequencies. I know knowledge, but not like the ticky tack. I just figure out the main stuff, so I'm just gonna make something up. So from 432 hertz to 500. Oh no, that's an easy one. Wow, why couldn't I say that? From like 432 hertz to about 550 hertz. And I don't know if that's a big stretch, but for this example, let's just say you naturally are between there, and that, I don't know, maybe it's good. There is no good or bad, but that's just somebody's hopes. Now somebody else, let's say at a lower vibration, could be at let's just say a 100. I don't think that, well, maybe, a 100 hertz, and a 200, so they are in hell on earth. You know what I'm saying? Those are very unhappy people stuck in a lot of different levels of hell. You know what I'm saying? And that would be that I could easily explain that with the 7 deadly sins. So let's just say they're stuck in a hole like there's 7 of them. Let's say they're stuck in 5 of them. So that would be a lot of unhappy things, and that's what hell would be. And then you could be up, okay, and be at about almost like your credit score. It's the truth. They get it from somewhere. Anyway, you could be at like between a 650. They love 650, don't they? Between a 650 and a 720 or something. You know what I'm saying? Hertz. Okay? And that means you're at a higher vibration. So as long as in life you're just striving to be better, happier all the time, more than often, then those hertz will rise, and your homeostasis or your average or your mean will, all these words, okay? Because I say all of them, because there are different people at some point that are going to be at different levels that's going to need each of those words, okay? So for the smart people like, oh, you just said the same thing 3 times. I know, okay? I know. It's just everybody hears differently, okay? All right. So anyway, that was me interjecting. Shoot, now I got to find where it was because I hopped off the stream. But I just for a little segue, I say that because my teachings or my learnings or my understandings have different levels. And if you've never been to what I call the gutter, the bottom, lower level, and don't think too much of that, because it's actually from a song. And when I went to the gutter, bottom, lower level, I got to hear like a Moneybagg Yo song and stuff like that. Because before I went to the gutter, bottom, lower level, I was like NSYNC fan types. You know what I'm saying? So Evanescence, I had a lot of different, but it wasn't Moneybagg Yo, if you get what I'm saying. So the gutter, bottom, lower level taught me something completely different. They speak a whole different language, and I respect it and I appreciate. I'm not talking about Moneybagg Yo language. I mean energy levels. Different energy levels on this planet have a different kind of, different socioeconomic statuses. They, on different dimensions, it all means the same thing. But regardless, whatever, I talk on different levels. So if you hear the same thing 3 times, the third one or something ain't for you then. All right, just sit, enjoy the journey, and let's continue. I hate that I had to say that, because I was like, it's weird. One of my guides said that she could feel the energies of like judgment. And I think I could. So I'm like, who's listening in to judge me? Or maybe it's me. Again, this is how I beat it. Judging myself because I don't like the audience too much. Anyway, this right here. I remember like growing up Baptist, you know what I mean? Both grandparents on both heads of the churches. Good God. Okay. Praise the Lord. I would see something like this, an evil eye, and be like, whoa, she into that. Well, that's, what they think. And it's like, no, this is for that feeling that I just got, that uncomfortable something, and where I had to feel like I had to explain myself. That's the judgment, you feel that, and so you can either speak on it and explain it. And so this is what's new to me, because I'm just now doing this because I just usually by myself solo on this because I couldn't tell people. The judgment, I don't even remember what I was saying because it's just epic. I know, because I just learned something right now. So this is new for me, because first off, recording is crazy. Telling the truth is really crazy. And getting a message, I'm so sorry, I ate and it is coming up. Getting a message while I'm doing this and telling you as I go, that's what I would do with my wife, with nobody else. Really, well, my 3 friends, if you know. And one of those friends are my wife. You know what I'm saying? My 3 friends that I tell this to, I only do that with them. So to do it organically, and I think I'm going to keep this, I know at the beginning, nobody's going to understand No, not nobody. Let me fix that. There are people that will understand, but I don't have an audience yet. And that helps me because these are going to already be out there and I'm not going to. It's nerve wracking. Okay. So back to this. The reason why it's nerve wracking is because when I first ever figured out I had like a gift, like power or whatever you want to call it, it was wild. And the first one was my, like, when I figured, like, they use the word channel. So when I figured out I was channeling, well, the first person I ever channeled was my mom, and she was deceased. It was the most unbelievable experience of my life, and I actually have it recorded. I just looked at it like 2 months ago for the first time ever. Because after I did this, okay, because first, in order to get there, I had meditated. Should I say this on it? Yeah, forget it. I'm telling the story. I had meditated and I messed myself up. Give me a second. Sorry. I had meditated because I was trying to find my spirit guide. And I mean, I had heard that there was a such thing as a spirit guide, and they were like, have you found your spirit guide? I'm like, no, I don't even know what that is. But if I got one, I want to know, you know, because I'm saying there's some crazy, interesting stuff going on that I believe to be true, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And I would love to have these questions that I have answered. So if there's a such thing as a spirit guide, which I believe that there is, then I need to find mine. Yeah. Hey, my family said I had an imaginary friend as a kid. So shoot, I'm down to believe anything at this point because Earth ain't making sense. This was when I was like, oh, well, shoot, I have been questioning since I started college, but well, actually, when I was 18 is when I actually first questioned God like that, because my mom was diagnosed with cancer, and I was like, yo, that's an amazing, incredible woman in my eyes. Why would she do that? And why would I have to go through this? You know what I'm saying? So I was like, God can't hate me that bad. You know, God can't hate me that bad. So who's up there? What's going on? And so anyway, so now fast forward, I was 30, guys. 30 when I first channeled, not my first spiritual something, okay? But I did a meditation to find my spirit guide. And it was like, it was amazing, right? And then I got the answer, and I couldn't believe it because I was like, it was unbelievable. What happened was, like, they lead you down something, right? And it was guided meditation to meet your spirit guide. And whatever it is, it's like a God moment when everything clicks, everything aligns, and you get the answer. And the answer was my mom. And I was like, and it's undeniable because I'm laying there probably astral projecting a little bit, and they give you the feeling of, everybody has an energy signature, okay? Every soul has an energy signature. It's like your voice, but it's like your soul voice, okay? And I call it an energy signature because it belongs to, it's kind of like a fingerprint. It's that soul's, okay? And basically it's their frequency, their perfect frequency. All right. That frequency. Oh, if you ever played Metal Gear Solid, and look, hey, yo, please, my Metal Gear Solid fans, if you've ever played Metal Gear Solid 1, it's like, you know, like Meryl was it 141.15 or something 140.1? I don't know, but I loved Meryl, but whatever. The frequency goes to a certain person. Okay. So that frequency is only going to go to my mom, and whoever frequency is only going to go to them. Can't nobody intercept that frequency. It's theirs. Okay. So anyway, I felt her frequency, which is like feeling her aura around you. And in my meditation, I am crying like, and I'm getting anxiety a little bit, but I am crying like intensely, and I can't even move and they're just coming down my eyes because I'm in a meditation realizing that it's her. And I'm like, holy shit, like, God damn. And I'm like, and I come to, you know, I wake, and I'm like, my spirit guide is my mom. And I was like, no. I was like, wait, first I was geeked, right? I was super happy, but I was like, no, if I say it's my mom, nobody's gonna believe me because everybody's gonna think, oh, she wants her dead mom back. No, I mean, yes, I did, but that wasn't why. And she'll laugh at me, trust me, when I'm talking about her soul. All right, so when I bring God down to the soul, because everybody's soul is God. So when I bring it down to the soul, and like, yeah, she will laugh, and because how could you be upset that your mom is your spirit guide? It's like, well, they're not gonna believe me that it's you because they're just gonna think that I want to talk to, like I'm wishing and that I'm nuts. I didn't care, so I was like, holy crap, it's her. And I thought the meditation was over. So I'm like, I'm out of the meditation, because usually after I'm out of a meditation, I can't get, at this time, I wasn't getting nothing else unless I was meditating or something. I didn't know how to channel at all. But after I got out of the meditation and I had the epiphany, and I'm like, oh my God, she wasn't gone. And I was like, oh, and I was like, Mom, and it was like, yeah, I was like, oh my God. And it was happening, and it wasn't fake, it was real. And I said, I want to record it. Okay. I said, because nobody's going to believe me. And I got a whole lot of questions to ask. And ask questions I did. It was the best experience of my life. I channeled her we talked for, sorry. I'm going to be straight honest with you. I think I had like saw a vision or something, and I'm not a seer. So that's why it threw me off. I'm tapping into other gifts, and I actually had a reading that said that I would see another gift, and that was really cool that it happened right now. But anyway, it threw me off because it was a little scary, so I came off the frequency. But it's not scary. It's I'm becoming bashful because it was epic. It's not scary. It's hard. You see, it's hard to explain. It's kind of too good to be true. It's weird, and things that are too good to be true get a little uncomfortable, okay? You'll be shocked. Sorry, this is gonna be like a mukbang, because I know I get a little dry, and so I be having to swish it. Thank God people like some weird stuff now, though. You know what I mean? But yeah, so let me just find it, because that's gonna be a really high stream. We're in like the magic stream now, and like, just so you'll know, while I'm knocked out of the stream, what if you're here, you probably would have experienced what I call a tether, okay? And this is what I do. I learned this, not purposefully do I do this, but I realize it's my healing technique. Like, if I'm talking to somebody, I can go meet them where they are energetically. So basically, I just, like, we talk about, like, we just talking, and then I'll meet them somewhere where there's an emotion that they feel toward it. And I can feel it. I'm an empath, so I feel it the way they feel it, which means I'm where they are on that frequency, which is where we tether. And then usually, especially if it's a if it's a lower frequency that people don't understand, then I'll tether that person. Then we'll talk about something great, and I'll show them how, basically by me taking them to the higher frequency is me getting them out of the lower vibrational frequency to a higher one. That's how we transmute energy. I know how to do it quickly. I consider it like an elevator, right? And the floors are going to be inverted just for the sake of this, because lower vibration, higher vibration, okay? So if I'm going to the lower floors, okay, I can either choose to get out on that floor and see. Usually the lower floors don't hold the good stuff, okay? They're the lower vibration, and people don't know how to thrive in the lower vibration without bringing things that they don't want, okay, because they don't understand the energy. But however, okay, so let's just say the lower floors are where the lower vibration is. I can go up and down this elevator, and I'm only talking about the elevator goes up and down for now, okay? I can go up and down this elevator, which I'll call the elevator frequencies floors, okay? A lot of people, when they get on whatever frequency floor, I want to go experiencing this floor. It's like, no, if you're on that floor and you don't like what you see when the elevator door opens, close the elevator door and then see what's at the next highest floor. Don't go playing on a floor that you don't got no business playing on if you don't know how to get out of it. A lot of people get stuck on the floors. Not saying that they're bad people. It's just they don't know how to get off the floor. Okay, so that's what I do. I go meet them on the floor they're at, and I take them to the higher floor where they can breathe or sustain, okay? So they're not as lost, if that makes sense, okay? So that's what I do. So what we do is I usually will talk about a subject that's in a lower frequency, meaning that's in a 5D and down frequency. So I can catch you somewhere, okay? Depending on sorry, I can't breathe because I've never talked about this. Hold on. depending on your frequency homeostasis. Remember, we talked about that. So depending on your frequency homeostasis, or your frequency mean, or your frequency average, will determine what station I go to go get you. Okay. And then I take you on a little journey and we tether, and now we are on a cool ride through higher dimensions. And usually I take you up to the ones you know. Normally we gonna go to the ones you ain't been to yet, or you've been there every now and then, like oops, on an accident. And then we play up there, and then I bring you back down and we land. Okay, so that is, I don't even remember why I was telling you this, but that is what I do. Okay, yeah, that was a heck of a segue. I don't remember the original story. Wow. Let me look and see if I had said that. What? I said that? I can't believe I told them that. What? What to do when people don't believe you? That's what we began with. If people don't believe you, who cares? And I know that's what I said. If people don't believe you, who cares? Because when I recorded that I was talking to my mom, I mean, listen. Oh, look, it's gonna always come back. It's gonna always come back. Okay, you just gotta give it a minute. That's why you don't go fight for it. Okay, and I'm gonna hurry up and get back before it leaves me again. The stream, you'll understand what I'm talking about, or you probably do. I asked my mom something for like at least 2 hours. 2 hours. I did not know that could happen. She gave me a whole lot, because until I was content of asking anything I ever wanted to ask her. And at this time, it wasn't deep into the spiritual and stuff. You get what I'm saying? It was just like, what happens? And then I was like, what about my cousin? Because I was worried about my family. So I'm asking about my cousin, you know, this and that and that. And my brother, because he's sad, or this, that, So I covered the family. I covered each family member because I figured they would want to hear from her. Right. So then I called my family. I'm happy. I'm excited. And they weren't as happy as me. Oh man, I don't think they believed me. And I couldn't believe it, because you got to understand, we used to watch Montel Jordan. No, dang, he the singer. My bad, y'all. I'm out of water. I meant Montel Williams, okay? Bald guy. He was a talk show host. And he used to have this lady on there named Sandra Brown, I believe. Oh, no, that's, wait, is it Sandra? Either way, she was a psychic lady that would talk to people that were deceased. And my mom used to believe it. You know what I mean? And so me and my brother, we used to watch it, and I think we believed it too. We weren't sure, but back then you didn't know, because there was Miss Cleo, and and I was Baptist. We thought it was fake, but real. We weren't sure, but I think we hoped it was real. Because we lost people young. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So we wanted it to be real, I think. So when I told them, at least my brother, I thought he was going to be like, what? You talk to mom? That's crazy. And happy. Nah, man, that's not it. They thought I was nuts. Okay. They thought I was crazy. And I was just like, dang, what a bummer. How awful. It sucked so bad. And I mean, to explain, just know after that I had like the biggest awakening, which looks like a PTSD attack. I'll explain that on another video. But long story short, I wanted them to believe me so bad to the point where like I tried to do magic in front of them, or like show the angel numbers were coming. I was annoying. You get what I'm saying? I was annoying, trying to convince people that hadn't awakened yet and weren't awakening yet to see what I was seeing. And so just make myself look completely more nuts and more nuts. And I've got more upset. And you're lonely and you're alone. And what you've come to after you figure it all out by yourself is, it doesn't matter if they don't believe you or not. You have to believe in yourself. I kept the faith of a mustard seed, because that was what I had learned in church. So I am gonna thank the religions, because even though they fall short of knowing everything, a lot that's in there, now I didn't say all, I said a lot that's in there assisted in me understanding and cracking this code of life. Okay. So don't worry about whether they believe you or not. They are not going to if they're not awakened. I'm going to tell you, they're not going to believe you if they're not awakened. Okay? Because it's impossible to believe. Do you know what we're talking about? It makes no sense. You have to experience it. Some things I am just now learning how to put into words. Some things I've never said. Great that I have a very good vernacular. Okay? But still, with me having a pretty decent vocabulary, there are still energies that don't have words yet. Okay. This is like having a conversation and having to coin each term as you go. That's what I did. Made up stuff. And now people like have words for things. And I'm like, I just have to see which ones they are with my words. It's kind of like a different language. But I'm going to figure it out because I'm here to tell people. I think I can explain it. The thing is, the reason why I think I'll be able to explain it well is because I had to learn it without knowing all these words they made up for it. So I say it in a regular way, you know, whereas somebody's going to tell you that I'm talking about quantum physics and you don't even know that I just made it the easiest class you've ever taken. So there's so much more to learn. I think that's good. I feel like that I'm leaving something out. But stay tuned. Tune in to, I have no idea what's going to be next, to be quite honest. And I don't even know. I don't know what's next. So you just have to listen to the video. My mouth is getting dry. It's definitely time to go. You have to just look for more videos. And if when you're finding this, I have a whole lot of them. Honestly, I wouldn't even say watch too many in a day, because the energy, the roller coaster that I take you on energetically is intense. Okay, so if you like thrill rides, then you will love it. And I would say ride a roller coaster over and over and over again. Okay, but if you do not like thrill rides, okay, then take it easy, because it's a lot. This is an energetic workout. Okay, and I take you to frequencies and ideas of your brain that you have not thought of before. So we're tapping into different parts of your brain. If you've seen another one of my videos, we're getting into that other 90%. Okay. What I like to say is we're in a mansion. Okay. And you've never been in this mansion before, or you've been to the mansion, but you only know about a few rooms in the mansion. What I like to do is take you on a tour of the mansion and open this door and this door and this door. So now that what I do, I just open the door. Okay. Shine a little light in it, cut it off, open another door, cut it off, open another, basically take you to each floor, different dimensions, different this, different that, different energies. And what we do is once that door is open, you can't go close it again. You now know it's there. Whether you know how to get there or not, it's there. And that you just sparked, that energy neuron that you just shot to that part of the brain that's not been worked, or if ever, okay, before, you can't unshock it, and it can't now not know that it's there. So it's just going to grow. Okay. So I look forward to the amazing stories that I'm going to hear from the people that are no longer scared to be who they are, and the ones that don't care if no one believes them. I want to hear your experiences, because I will know they're true. Okay. I will know you're being honest. I have like who cares about lie detector? You wouldn't be telling this if, you get what I'm saying? Like, it's just, you get to be you. All of you. No hidden secrets. You don't have to worry about if somebody's going to think that you're nuts. Who cares? Because I'm going to tell you about how every disability is the greatest ability, and how it helps you, it's awesome. Okay. So I'm going to go, because I can go on and on and on and on and on. I love this. I can't wait to talk to y'all again. Have a good night. I'm out.